Cantona, Gary Neville looking for his first goal for Manchester United, and what a time to get it!
Football is back, and it's not just any game. Tonight under lights at Old Trafford, Manchester United take on Leeds United in one of English football's fiercest rivals. Champions League football on the line, survival on the line, and absolutely zero love lost between the two sides. Michael Carrick has got United flying, but injuries and pressures building. Leeds, they're desperate, they're dangerous, they love nothing more than spoil the party at Old Trafford. This is more than a game. This is history, intensity, and chaos. This is Worldwide Reds. Let's get into it. How are we, boys? We're back. It's been a long time since we've spoken about United.
Long time after to see United back on the turf, like after 3 weeks. It was like it was a really extended break, to be very honest. Like the last game that we had was a disaster in terms of refereeing, but yes, looking forward for this game.
It's going to be a cracker. How are we, Elliot? How's everything up on the sunny coast?
Yeah, good. I've been trying to keep myself occupied with other sporting events while the EPL's been, off. So I did watch a fair chunk of the Masters over the weekend, and I think, a well-deserved win by Rory McIlroy, another United fan, a worldwide red. Good on him. And I guess been watching a fair bit of the NRL and stuff. But Premier League's back. It's the last part of the season now. No more sort of big breaks. It's sort of crunch time. You've got stupid clubs dropping points left, right, and centre. I think it's just proved to be just a really anomaly sort of Premier League season, hasn't it? So,
yep.
Yeah.
Looking
forward to tomorrow morning.
Yeah, 5 a.m. kickoff here in Sydney and on the sunny coast, because we're now lined up with times.
Yeah.
What time's kickoff there, Nick?
It will be 12:30 a.m.
12:30
It's quite
AM,
good.
so...
It's better than the 1:30 a.m. that we used to have. An hour early, so it is quite good for us to watch that game. Yep.
Well, I sent this to Elliot today, and I'm going to show you, Nick. This is it. It's been a long wait since Manchester United last game. So I've just gone from our dates: 21st of March, 2026, 14th of April, 2026 against Leeds. It's been 24 days, 3 weeks and 3 days, 576 hours, 34,560 minutes.
Wow.
Mate, it has
been
insane numbers right there.
Yeah, insane numbers, yes. Wow.
And like we've had 3 breaks this year, 3 breaks, and United has done us no favours to enjoying the football. The only thing that I can say is at least Arsenal's kept us entertained.
Yeah.
Oh man, that game was an epic game. Like I can sense Arsenal bottling. And you remember I guess in the yesterday's game against Chelsea, there was this one City fan who was drinking a water bottle that had an Arsenal. So that was going viral. So I'm quite sure that Arsenal is not sure, but I can sense that they're going to bottle this league.
Well, I picked up the result. I've got the results here from the weekend. We've got West Ham 4-0 over Wolves. Arsenal losing 2-1 to Bournemouth. I watched the game, mate. I swear to you, you cannot blame the players in this situation. It's Arteta, and I've been saying it the whole season. He is killing this team. Brentford 2-2 with Everton. Burnley 0, Brighton 2, Liverpool 2-0 over Fulham. I think Mo Salah got back on the scoring sheet there. Crystal Palace 2 over Newcastle. Newcastle struggling, man, far out. Who else we got? Sunderland, Tottenham, man. Bottom 3, Tottenham. They are in trouble. They are just about gone. I cannot see them beating anyone. Villa's dropped points. So against Forest, Chelsea's just been pumped by City. Absolutely played them off the park. And tomorrow, Manchester United versus Leeds. So hopefully 3 points. It's going to be a tough game. Look, I think Leeds haven't beaten us at Old Trafford for the past 18 games, I think I read. So what do you think about those results, boys?
Yeah, it's like I was saying before, it just proves just how much, from my perspective anyway, how much of like a strange season it's been this year. Look, the good thing is we're getting pretty good where we are in third, right? We're level on points with Villa. We've still got to play tomorrow. So we're okay. Chelsea, they're not looking good. Liverpool, they're hit and miss. They've still got European football. I also think that we've also got a pretty big relegation battle on our hands too, and Leeds are right in the thick of that. If they don't pick up results, they're going to get pulled into that battle with West Ham and Forest and Tottenham, right? So I think there'll be all the more reason why they'll be up for the game tomorrow.
I think I've got the ladder here. So where is it? Here we go. Here's the ladder. So here's the current ladder. We've got Arsenal on 70 points, City 64 points with one game in hand. United on 55 points, Villa 55. So we can, is that right? Yeah, 55. Liverpool on 52. So mate, that fourth, fifth, and even I'd say Chelsea not really in it, but those three positions between third, fourth, and fifth, mate, that is squeaky bum time. United need to take the 3 points tomorrow or today. And mate, Nick, give us your thoughts on that situation, fourth, fifth. What is it? Third, fourth, and fifth.
I think the next week is going to be a crucial week in terms of setting that 5, 6, and 7th position. With like in like 8 hours, I think Leeds are facing a lot of issues in terms of the injury. So I think Rodon will be injured. He's out. Stock is out. So I think it would be a great chance for United to win this game and cement that third position for that matter, so that we can comfortably go in Stamford Bridge in the next week and then see that result going in our favor. But yes, 5th, 6th, and 7th is quite crucial. So Liverpool winning this week, that changes the dynamics and the mathematics in terms of how it is going to see in next few weeks. But I see this week is United getting a narrow win against Leeds, because it's always a rival thing that is concerned about Leeds playing against United. So yes, let's see how it happens. I totally have an opinion that United is going to cement UCL position on the fixture against Liverpool. That's quite sure for me. That is the nail in the coffin.
Yeah. Well, that rolls me into Jordan. Jordan's in the comments. He's leaving to go to Old Trafford tomorrow and go around. He's making his first trip to Old Trafford and going into Europe as well. So I want to wish Jordan best of luck with that and have a great time. He's written here, come on United, must win in the morning. He's gone. Brentford are flying also. I've got, who else is in here? Kyle, is it? Where's that one? Here, Kyle. Arsenal will bottle it. And then Peter, I've got no idea what Peter's saying there. Some other language. So, yeah, we'll move that aside.
I think you're right, though, Nick. We want to be going, we want to be winning probably the next couple of games.
Yeah.
The next couple of games and, and even getting a result over Brentford so that we're going to, so that we're playing Liverpool and we're not really worried about win or lose in that game, losing out on Champions League sort of football. So I think we want to have a bit of a, keep that cushion of 6 points if by winning tomorrow, going into the Liverpool game at the start of next month. So yeah, it's still a lot to play for and a lot to sort of happen in the league, sort of top, bottom, and sort of, I guess, in those European football spots. So
yeah. If you see the table, right? Like I feel this game and the next game, if we manage to scrap wins in next two fixtures, we will be 13 points a clear, out of last 6 games. That is, I guess there are only 5 games games will be remaining after Chelsea fixture. So out of 15, if we manage to get at least 12, right, we are seeing the Champions League spot. The only problem is how do we want to finish in the league? Whether it's a third position, because the prize money is involved, and it's better to finish at the highest position in the table. So that also helps in the transfer window as well. So let's see.
We've got Peter in here. He's written me a gunner, so he's an Arsenal supporter. Put in the comments, mate, what your thoughts are with the team, and who you're blaming for this slump. For me, it's Arteta. Arteta's he's just got to let your players off the leash, man. If he lets them off the leash, you watch him, they'll win games easy. Seriously, the amount of pressure he applies to his own team is absolutely nuts. I've got Jordan in here. Top 5 gets Champions League, I believe. So looking good so far. Definitely, man. And it's your job to get them home over there. Looking at the Michael Carrick's, press conference, he's talking about Mason Mount being fit and available. Lissandro Martinez has returned to training, but is still a late fitness call. And Harry Maguire, he's suspended. Delit, long-term injury. Patrick Dorgu's still recovering. I've got Elliot's team up here, and we'll put that up now. Lemons, Delight, Yoro, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes, Mainu, and Bumo on the right, Sesko and Cunha, which is pretty standard side. We're probably more worried about the 2 centre halves there. Thoughts on that, Elliot?
Yeah, I just think there's 2 question marks. I guess is Martinez fit and will he be risked for the game? I guess if he isn't, then you'd probably assume that Aiden Heaven slots in and starts. If Martinez maybe isn't fit, but I hope they make a call and pop him in there, because you do need that leadership in that centre back. I believe him and Maguire, when they've been in there this year, have looked good. The other probably question mark is, I guess the manager has favoured starting Ahmad and bringing Sesko on off the bench. But I just think we need to start playing with our best front three, and from my opinion, that is it. What I put there, that's our best front three, and I think we need to start that from the offset, to be honest. Especially with teams like Leeds, where we can break them down. They're missing some players, in their back line. Sesko to win the ball, those high duels in the box, but also those flick-ons to, Cunha and Guemo in behind. So that's what I'd like to see tomorrow. Whether the manager goes with that is another story.
What are your thoughts on that, Nick? Would you change anything?
It looks a pretty solid lineup. I think the game that we had against Bournemouth, the only difference that I can see that Mbeumo is starting on the right wing, which is his preferred position. Ahmad has lost some touch in last 2 games, so I think making Ahmad sit on the bench is the best possible outcome that I can see. Yes, with Maguire having a red card and probably suspended for next 2 games, we might not see him against Chelsea as well. And Martinez coming in, that looks solid, but I'm still concerned about the centre back pairing, because you cannot totally rely on Euro. He's quite young. He's still adapting to the Manchester conditions, Premier League essence, and I feel probably that centre back pairing would have made a difference if we would have did it. I wonder what's happening with that guy, but yes. Midfield sorted. I don't have to change anything except for the fact that probably I might have to see what substitutes we would be doing, as we have Mount coming in, Dogu probable chance to sit on the bench. But to be honest, seeing this lineup against Leeds, who are depleted insanely, they don't have Rodon, they don't have stock. Probably Bijol is also concerned to start along with Ofako. So I think if Leeds play 4-3-3, and that's what Carrick would prefer against our set of lineup that we usually go ahead, then we can see that game comfortably going in United's direction. But if they do the low block, uh, pretty disciplined in the backs, hitting it down the counter, that's where our weaknesses get exploited.
Yeah, we've got Jordan in here. Mate, he should have come on. Mate, he's in the chat just throwing it away. He's probably just sitting there enjoying his Chinese tonight before he goes. He said, worried about DCL, Calvin Lewis, using his height and strength. He has over the centre backs. He was dangerous last time we played him, wasn't he? Yeah, he was very dangerous. So, look, for me, I like the front three. I like the front three. And, I mean, it wouldn't bother me if Ahmed comes in, but I do like when Bruno Fernandes and Sesko work together. I really do. I really enjoy the way Bruno guides Sesko around the pitch. I like it gives Bruno a chance to play through the lines a little bit more. I just want to see probably look if I don't know. For mine, I hope he puts Martinez in there. I don't want to see Euro and Heaven combination. I just want to be. He's had enough time off Martinez, so I think he'll be ready to roll. He was just at that clink that they did in Ireland, so he was there training. And Delot, as long as Delot's like bought his A game, I can't see us being in trouble in this game. I think it's going to be a comfortable win, maybe a 3-1 for mine. But you know what? It's every time we've had a break, it's like Casemiro's been on another holiday when he turns up. I just want him to. Seriously, that's what it's been like every time we've had an international break. Most of them don't switch on in the first half. I just want to see him come out, switch on first half, take it to them. We haven't, for me, we've probably only put 2 90-minute games in the whole season together. So I want to see this side come out and just get firing straight away, especially in a game like this. Yeah, there's going to be a good crowd. The crowd's going to be up for it. I know all the flags in the Stretford end all got put up last night from the TRA. So, the crowd's going to be raring to go. And, I think we need to take control of this game early. I see Daniel James is out with a groin injury as well.
Yeah, I seriously doubt United is going to get switch on from the first half. We have not had that sort of a consistent start since the start of this season. Under Ruben as well, we were not switching on from that minute one. I think we're going to get settled a little bit because we cannot underestimate Leeds, though they have a depleted squad. It's a rivalry that plays. Any rivalry, United playing against Liverpool, City, Chelsea, it's a different ball game. For that matter, even Leeds as well. So
Leeds are in a relegation battle, mate. So, mate, they've got to bring their game. Like, seriously.
Exactly. That's the thing. They are in the relegation battle. I think if we are quite lucky if Leeds play 4-3-3. That's what I mentioned a couple of minutes back. That's the only chance that I can see that United is going to cruise, not have a scrappy win, but we might cruise that particular game if Leeds play that sort of formation, because United are they don't find players when the opposition is sitting back, playing a low block, a bit disciplined in the defense, and then hitting on the counter. Because here probably, see, that's the question that you that's the thing that you mentioned. Casemiro coming right after the long break, it's another break for him, and if Leeds do the counter attacking gameplay, then catching up in the midfield would be a big task for United.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think probably the first 20 minutes, it's wait and watch, observe the game, how it is turning up.
Yeah, don't forget Leeds already played, I guess, as well. They're still in the FA Cup. They've still got something else to think about as well. So, I do think that might work to our advantage.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, they got their semi-finalists, aren't they? So,
yeah.
They're going to think about that too. I don't know when their next FA Cup game is because we haven't been involved. So I don't know when that is. It must be mustn't be too far away.
It's around the time when it's around the time that I'm over there, I think, which is why, the last 2 or 3 fixtures of the season have not been confirmed yet. But it looks like it won't be a break from the EPL that weekend. There'll just be buys for the teams and for the teams involved. So I think they'll play midweek. So it's the 25th and the 26th of April. Looks like City play Southampton on the Saturday, and then Chelsea play Leeds on the Sunday.
But they'll be desperate for a win because they've had 4 draws and 2 losses in their last 6 games. So they're definitely going to be hunting us down tomorrow. Look, I don't think Leeds will sit back. I think they'll want to try and get an early goal against us, and we have got that in our locker, especially after a long break. So. You know what? I'm always nervous against Leeds, and we've been turning up against them. So I I want to be confident going into this game, and I'm excited that United are back, but I don't really want a headache on a Tuesday morning either. So,
Mate, I have to go to office right after that game. I have to have a good night's sleep. Get up in the morning, hit the gym, and then go to the office. The day when United loses, the entire week is fucked up for me. At the same time, we are having that IPL going on, and I support Mumbai Indians, and they're playing crap. Anytime Mumbai and Manchester United play on the same day and they loses, it's the havoc of a week for me. So I hope United wins this game, because yesterday we had a terrible result in IPL. So I'm quite sure that United is going to win this game. I'm a bit optimistic about it, and let's see. Let's nail that game. I want to see. I don't want that last few games headache in terms of whether we are going to qualify for Champions League or not. I need a comfortable sit there, enjoy last 3-4 games. Let Casemiro have his own time in last 2 games, and then sail off.
Yeah, the next 3 games are all at this similar kickoff time, right? So just let's just make those starts to those 3 particular days nice.
Yeah.
For me, I want to see Cunha keep taking on players, man. I don't want to see him stalling and passing back. Look, we haven't been doing that much and going so every time we've gone sideways under Carrick, it hasn't looked good at all. So I want to see Cunha push forward. I want to see Bruno just sliding that ball in between the lines. I want to see him and Bumo. If Bumo's out on that wing, I want to see him take on a few players 1v1, get a nice ball into Sesko, and I want to see Sesko get a double and really show up Leeds' fullbacks.
Yeah, I think a few of these, a fair few of our players probably didn't play much, any international football either. So they should have had, maybe a bit of a refresh and a good camp up at Ireland for that sort of week or 10 days they were up there. And I think they would have worked on a lot of those patterns of play and things like that. And, with Leeds, I don't think they will sit back. I think they will play that 4-3-3 and, and try and catch us. Catch us with those balls into the box to DCL, like what Jordan was saying. And that should open up the game a little bit more for us on that front foot and counter-attack and, and get into their half of the field quickly. Because I think that's where we can really sort of hurt teams, is when we get onto that front foot and we're quick at getting into the other team's half, and getting probably a quicker chance on goal and sort of, and surprising the team, here and there. So it'd be good to, roll into the next few games, with that result tomorrow morning and just really just set a footprint to just sort of finish the season on, I guess, and how we want to finish the season. And then hopefully a manager appointment before the last game of the season. And they announce at Old Trafford when I'm there. So that's what I'm hoping for.
No, that'd be sick. That'd be so good, man. Mate, I'd love that for you. I got Jordan in here. He's just written, they will push for a result. They need it to get away from the relegation battle. 100%, man. That's what we're saying.
Yeah, you're right.
I want to talk to you about the players all getting together and making it well known in the media about, they all want Michael Carrick as the manager and, and things like that. Like under Carrick, I was just reading there before. We've had what have we had? We've had
11
what
games,
is it?
isn't it?
11 games or something like that. Yeah, we're third in the table. Obviously, we've had what was it? I was just reading it before.
9 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw.
Yeah, I think something like that. It was. I was reading.
Just one loss and one draw. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if the players are that confident under him, you would think it's an easy decision for the board just to appoint him manager, because like if they don't appoint him manager, then they've got to get used to somebody else, don't they?
I think that the club needs to move reasonably quickly now. There's not much time left. I think, the quicker you make this decision, the quicker then, you get through the rest of the season, then you can start thinking about, I guess, the pre-season events that we've got on and the players that we can try and bring in before the World Cup and stuff. And I know that club will probably have their own agenda separate to, I guess, whichever manager they decide to have on who they want to bring in the off-season. But in saying that, I do believe that the manager decision is the most important one, and the sooner they can make that one, the sooner then we can look ahead to planning for next season. And yes, looking at 3 or 4 players that will probably go, but with the busier calendar we are hoping will come with next season, the squad needs to grow. So you'd assume that the off season and the transfer market for us is going to be quite a busy one. And for that to happen, you need to get the manager appointment out of the way.
Well, Ahmed came out and he said he's been very great. He's been doing so much for the team. He has a lot of experience and he knows the club. So we think he's the right man. But we are really happy for what he's doing right now. And Bumo's we've got good experience with him. I like playing under him as well. So it's really good to hear that from players actually saying it in the media, isn't it? I mean, they're not going to bag him, obviously, but you know what? When a team's unified, it makes a massive difference to the season, doesn't it? And especially it starts rubbing off to the fans as well. So to me, it's an easy appointment. To me, I want to see him there, but I'm like you, Elliot. I'd like to see the appointment sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I also think, Adam, it's not just an easy appointment because of how well he's done for us since coming in, but I also think it's an easy appointment because of the lack of availability in the market for another manager as well. You know? So if I can get it done.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge. As much as I think, for me, it's more. I want to see this season come to a close. Not quickly, because we've had so much time off from United this year, but just to see what's going to happen. What is going to happen? I'm so eager to see what's going to happen over the summer period for them. To be honest with you, I'm excited about it, but then I don't want to be let down by the management either at United, because so many times you get that you get confident and excited about the way things are building, and next minute you just get shot down. They go and buy one player or two players, and it's just like, we need to move players on in a hurry. Like Malaysia needs to go. They still haven't made a decision on what's going to happen with Sancho and things like that. You just want these things out the way. You know what I mean? We've still got Mainu waiting to sign a contract, which I think should be done easily by next week. I don't know what we're waiting for here with Mainu. The contract negotiations have been going on for over a year, I think now, and things have been going so slow in that area. He's not well paid, as we all know, and compared to players in the team. But I just want to see these deals over the line so we can just focus on the transfer, bringing players in. So look, I know they're not going to announce anything to say where Malaysia is going, or we could see Malaysia in the A-League next year, because that's where he probably should be. But you know what, Casemiro, we've had some news on him. We had good news on Harry Maguire. But then we still haven't heard anything about Rashford either. So, you know what I mean? So it's just, there's still that shadow over our heads.
I think it's going to be a busy off season for the podcast, Adam.
Yeah, there could be some emergency pods, so be ready.
Yeah. That with the World Cup, mate. There'll be there'll be there'll still be plenty for us to talk about.
Yeah, well, mate, we just had a guy message us in one of the card. I don't know if you saw him in one of the card. Yeah, so I sent him off an email, so hopefully we can see what's going to go on there, and we might be involved in something for the World Cup. So it'd be good to see what's going on there for all that. So yeah, look, Nick, what are your thoughts? Yep. Are you going to be around for a World Cup this year or what?
Yes, I hope that. So I'm really excited for the World Cup, no doubt. But at the same time, I'm much more excited for what is going to happen this summer.
Yeah, we need to take one step at a time.
To scratch the topic that we had about Michael Carrick being the manager or not, whatever. It's quite a tricky decision, to be honest. As a fan perspective, I would say yes. He certainly deserves this role. But if you look in a holistic manner, I think we did the same thing against Ole. So when Ole had that kind of a interim period, all the players came out in support of Ole, and then we did it. I remember the time that Ferdinand was like, give him the contract, give him whatever he wants, whatever the wages and all. So I would never say Ole's decision was a bad decision. I still think that he would have made some difference. Our board was not patient, but like right now we cannot afford to make that sort of a blunder with Michael Carrick. I know for the fact.
I think we're past that point. I think we're past
but Elliot, you know what? The market for good managers is quite stingy, to be honest. I don't think so. Luis Enrique would be willing to live PSG, a settled PSG. That couple of names that has been linked with United is the two prominent names is Luis Enrique and Julian Nagelsmann. I think Luis Enrique is out of reach. Probably the only thing that he would be excited is like coming to United, and then he has a good base that we can certainly give it to him, and then just makes few tweaks and get those players in. And then, but the only problem with Luis Enrique I see is like the system approach. Again, do we want to go with the system approach? He does give a free hand to his wingers, his strikers, but a change in the management, a change in the system does affect players. And that's the reason why I think all the players are coming out in support of Carrick, because he is giving the players what they need. They are willing to express their game throughout the system, and that's the reason why I think Carrick makes a wise decision. Appointing Carrick makes a wise decision for United, but I'm really scared. Like I have seen last 10 years, 13 years that the change in managers, it is, you know, right? Like you cannot trust again. You cannot fully trust in United. I really want things to happen quickly as possible in terms of getting manager, getting that deal done with Kobe Mainoo, sorting the contracts. So that's the internal team that who will be doing. There's a hell lot of different team who is handling the transfer window, the external transfers. But at the same time, and good part is Carrick is involved in the transfers. To be honest, his opinions are taken into consideration. What target we should be seeing in the summer, and also I see. That's the reason why I think this summer is going to be a big summer. And every player, I think that Harry Maguire, when he signed his contract, he had that statement coming in saying that club is going in a right direction. And the only thing that he is more excited, like if we make the similar signings that we've made in this summer, then we can see good things happening. So hope for the best. Hoping for a good World Cup as well. Hoping for Portugal to win and getting that CR7 tick off. Okay, you get your farewell from international. So let's see.
I think like this sort of like manager, I guess, discussion and things like that, though, right? And how we're feeling, you know, maybe a bit anxious around sort of what happens next and all that sort of stuff. That's what every normal football fan feels, right?
Yeah.
Should be feeling.
They're
We
special.
were spoiled we were spoiled growing up, in the 90s and the 2000s and the honeymoon period and trophy after trophy after trophy. This is what we're feeling now is normal for any other fan of any other football club in the Premier League.
No,
Probably,
Elliot, we can see Chelsea.
probably,
We have seen Chelsea. We have seen City. We have also seen. The only exception is Arsenal. Whenever there's a new manager, we have seen Unai Emery winning a Europa. I think with um, I'm quite sure he won an Europa with a Premier League team. If I'm not wrong, is it true or I'm not sure. But like, there's a new manager with Chelsea coming in. They win the league. They win some trophy, the big trophies and all. And right now, I feel I can agree to your point. Like, yes, we were spoiled since 1990, since Fergie era. That's when I started following football. I started following United as well. But last 13 years was a blunder, to be honest. With every decision the management made was going south, was literally backfiring, and that's the fear. That's a petrification that I have, to be honest.
But where do they go, Nick? Where do they go? What choices do they have? Like for me, I thought Ollie was the right man, and everyone put shit on Ollie right through his time with. But the last time we were first, it was with him. We went with the whole season. We went undefeated away from home. For me, the worst decision of that whole tenor with Ollie was bringing in Cristiano Ronaldo.
Exactly.
It was absolute bullshit bringing him back.
It was unnecessary. But sorry.
No, I just think that, like, it's not all doom and gloom through that period. I just think, yes, the decisions from the hierarchy, but I think we've had the managers in place. I just think it's the hierarchy.
We've won trophies. We've not won a lot.
That's right.
We brought some stuff in. I think, and I do think, we probably jumped a little bit too early on Ollie. And he didn't bring in any silverware, but he brought stability and he brought the style and that blood pumping, exciting football that we'd missed at our club forever in a day. And I think that as a club, we've already learned off that by not appointing Carrick up until now. But I do think the clock is ticking a lot quicker. And, and I do with Enrique, I'd love to see him, but I just don't think he's attracted by what we can offer at the moment. And we've got to stop looking at managers who are going to the World Cup and, and have a job to do in the off season, because that's not, like, we can't wait for a manager like that until the World Cup's over, because by that time our pre-season started. The players are probably a bit angst because they don't understand what's actually going to happen. Is Carrick staying around still, or are we looking at the likes of Nagelsmann? I know Tuchel's been discussed, but he's probably off the table now because he's just signed a new contract with England. I've also read that Roberto Martinez is a possibility as well from Portugal. He's said that he's not coaching Portugal after the World Cup anymore. But all these managers that are available after the World Cup, Pochettino's another one. Those are the managers that we don't. The timing is not right, so we shouldn't be going after them. It's appointing Carrick. I think it's becoming more and more clear that is the right move to make now, based on, I guess, trajecting ourselves in the right direction for the start of next season. In my opinion.
Yeah.
I got a few comments from the boys here. Where are we? Ollie brought the fans back, but that's for me. That's what our hierarchy is good. Is good as the hierarchy seem to be able to know how to sort out the fans. Like that, as soon as they bring someone back or they do sell another shirt and shit like that, our fans get on top of it all the time. Jordan's got 20 goals from him. Ronaldo done his job in terms of pure goals, just didn't suit the playing style. For me, Ronaldo just fucked the whole thing up. I can't stand the fuck. He just, for me, 20 goals, yes, thank you. But you know what? regardless if Ronaldo was there, I still think we would have scored that many goals. Rashford scored 30 goals the season before. Ronaldo comes in. Ronaldo comes in and just fucking changes everyone out, changes it all up. It turned into a disaster. So we still, in my opinion, Rashford still would have scored 20 goals the following season if Rashford went and threw his dummy, and so did a lot of the players. And then Ronaldo doesn't get along with the hierarchy because he wants it like the old days. It just turned to shit. So I don't know about that 20 goals. He done his job. So and Dino, Ollie at the wheel was sung just Ollie is at the wheel song was just played 24/7. I think it was on rotate as well. So yeah. Look,
Ronaldo transfer was kind of whether we could have avoided or not. It's a big question because he teased all the fans that he would be going to City, and that would be a big slap on our face. Like I remember, it was in the morning here in India that he announced that that there's a strong rumor that he was supposed to sign for City, and suddenly in the evening the deal was hijacked, and I think he played very smart. He knew what he was doing. He's a very smart footballer off and on the pitch, and under Ronaldo we did score. Like I agree, Jordan, that we scored goals, but it disrupted the entire system. We lost Edinson Cavani in that period in terms of how he played. I totally agree with Adam that Rashford would have scored more. He would have definitely scored goals because Ole's system was to exploit. At the same time, we had Sancho coming in that season as well. I think so, yeah. So and under Ole, I think we were very close to win that silverware. Just the fact that Rashford had missed those two opportunities against Sevilla, and then we had De Gea not doing his best in the penalty shootouts. So that was if that silverware was there, I think Ole would have stayed in that business. He would have been at the wheel, and that's the reason why I think I still give my benefit of doubt to Carrick, that he makes more sense to come at United as a permanent manager, but at the same time, that's the only fear that also takes me a little bit back. That are we doing the same mistake or not?
Yeah, Dino's got a good point here. When you bring a player like Ronaldo in, you would hope the players lift and learn how to train and play like the one of the best. Rashford just had a cry. We brought Cavani 10 years too late. Yeah, I don't know. I disagree. The what do you call it? The dressing room was comfortable. The dressing room was comfortable. They were getting good results and stuff like that. They were. I didn't understand why we had to bring him back. I don't understand why we had to do that. I don't.
Jersey sales. Jersey sales. Jersey sales.
The players shouldn't have thrown their dummy out, but I don't see why we had to bring him back. Okay, because there was. I've got all the emails. Nick, I'll send them to you. I'll send you the emails that went from Manchester United to Ronaldo. I've got them, right? So I've read it. It's just, it just fucked the whole setup up as far as I'm concerned. I know this isn't a pot about Ronaldo, but I don't care. I don't want to hear the cop-out call, Dino. I'm sorry to say it, man. That the players did throw their dummy out there, and they should be able to respond to Ronaldo, but they shouldn't have to either, especially when they played so well the season before.
Yeah, finished second, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't need Ronaldo coming in and spoiling the fucking party and acting like some hero in the dressing room because they're not training up to his standards. Mate, I would have told him to fuck off as well.
Calm down, Adam. I like him. I still like him as a player.
Yeah. Jordan, because he was about to sign for Man City, I don't think the club wanted that to happen. If he signed for City, he's not the first United player to sign for City. We still consider Dennis Law as a fucking legend, and he signed for Man City. You know, Peter Schmeichel, same thing. If he signed for City, okay, they went and done it because the fans were against him, so they went and done something out of the ordinary.
Adam, but you need to understand the timeline. United were not performing since the departure of Alex Ferguson, and then that would be an immense pressure on the board.
What are you
Board
talking
would
about
have
the
been
timeline?
suppressed.
Manchester United got relegated when Dennis Law went to City.
No. I'm not talking about
The
that timeline. I'm
timeline
talking
just
about the timeline
fucking.
from Sir. No. I'm talking about the timeline from Sir Alex Ferguson to the time when we signed Ronaldo. The management was under a lot of pump. We were not winning Premier League. All the decisions post
Nick, we
pre
finished
Ronaldo.
second, man. We finished
Yeah, I know.
second the season before.
I
Went
totally agree that
undefeated
Ronaldo
away from
signing.
home.
I totally agree. Ronaldo signing was the biggest blunder that we did because that disrupted the system. I still agree to the point that it was not needed. Like why you need to push more when we can get those results done when the players are settled very well. I totally agree to each and everything that you have said, Adam. But at the same time, imagine that you are in the board and the opportunity knocks up at the door saying that okay, Ronaldo is signing for your City, and then you have a huge fan base, the media pressurizing the fan base, the media pressure in the fan base. At the same time, the management said under pump that if we allow that signing to happen to City, it would have caused a havoc, and that's the sole reason we signed Ronaldo. That's it, and that messed up totally.
That could have been positive, have it? It
Huh?
could have been positive. Could you imagine if he signed for City and he just
What if he
didn't
like see? That's the thing. If he would have signed for City and City won that the next 2 seasons they have won the league, imagine the outburst. And he would have certainly scored 20-25 goals. He's Ronaldo. He can if he scored 20 goals in that United, he would have scored more goals when he was in City. He had providers like Kevin De Bruyne
I
and
don't think
Mahrez and stuff.
I personally don't think that he was ever going to sign for City. I don't think.
Nah.
I'm not denying that we should
I
not.
don't think he.
We should
I
have
don't
dodged
think he was
that
ever
bullet.
going to stop. But I also believe that it was a big ploy by the club to bring him in to try and boost dollars and cents through the front door by selling jerseys left, right, and centre with his name on the back.
That's true as well.
Yeah. So
Dino's hit it on the head here. Ronaldo was never going to City. When does Pep ever sign an old man? 100%, mate. Even like I'll say it here, and I'll say it live on air, mate. Ronaldo's legacy at Manchester United and as a Premier League great is so fucking overrated. It is ridiculous. He had probably 2 good seasons, man. Seriously, his first 2 seasons weren't that good. Okay, he scored. He gets remembered for 42 goals in that 2008 season.
Yeah.
42 goals. Robert Van Persie scored, I think, Van Nistelrooy scored 43, 44 goals in a season just before that. Like, give me a break, man. Like, these guys, all these young generation about, I like Ronaldo, don't get me wrong. But for God's sakes, man, turn the volume down, honestly. It just does, I'll call it as it is. And it's true. Mate, it'll be all your Indian mates, Nick.
No. It's not about all. See, I have more friends and fans who are more loyal to Ronaldo than to United, and I always had the club first and then the players. I'm still saying that I'm backing the decision that you are taking. I'm backing your opinion, and I was backing at the same time. We shouldn't have signed Ronaldo. That messed up entirely. After that as well, you remember the time when he had that podcast against Piers Morgan and how vocal it was. Like you are a legend. Like I pity all these the ex players, the legends who speak about United post their time. People watch you. You shouldn't be speaking foul about United. So when Ronaldo posted that particular video against United with Pierre Morgan, I think that most of the fan base was they went away from him.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a legend, no doubt. He's a legend. But
I've got Tino here. He's got that 08 team was the best. Ronaldo was class. Never forget that season. I didn't say that, man. I said that 08. Yep, he scored. My problem is you got another guy that scored more goals, and the way they promote Ronaldo in the Premier League And I agree. Like, he won the Ballon d'Or, everything, man. It's phenomenal season. I'm not denying him that. But, man, people need to calm down. He's like Jordan Sykes. He wants to just bone. He won every individual award available, individual achievements. No one has done in the Premier League since.
Van Nistelrooy hasn't scored more in a season than Ronaldo has, though. The only one player who has.
Yes, he has.
No, he hasn't. I've just chat GBT'd it. He hasn't.
I will guarantee you that Ruud van Nistelrooy scored more goals than Ronaldo in a season. It was 2 more goals or something that.
He scored more goals in a Premier League season, but total goals across all competitions, Van Nistelrooy isn't even in the top 5. You had Dennis Law 96, 90, 63, 90, 64, 46 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo 07-08, 42 goals. Dennis Law 1962 to 63, 39. And then you've got Wayne Rooney in 2009, 2010 with 34 goals, tied with Dennis
Robin Van Persie scored, I think it was 43 or 44 goals in a season.
Well, according to ChatGPT.
Not Robin Van Persie, Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Yeah, he's not on there, but you know, he came from. Yeah, I think Ronaldo. I think Ruud van Nistelrooy has scored more goals in a Premier League season than what Ronaldo has.
Ruud van Nistelrooy's highest goal tally in a single season for Manchester United was 44 goals in 52 appearances during the 2002-03 season. I rest my case. Bang. 100%, man.
It's not on chat.
100%. ChatGPT, I write in ChatGPT. It's still telling me that fucking, what's his name, still the manager of Manchester United. Mate.
Ruben Amorim.
Doesn't even know Michael Carrick's the manager. I'm telling you, man. Okay. Telling you. I just looked it up on Google. 44 goals in 52 appearances during the 2002-2003 season. Yeah, he scored 36, 30, 25, and 24 goals in the other 4 seasons at Old Trafford. There you go.
Yeah, okay. Interesting.
I'm telling you, man. Ronaldo, man, he scored the 41, 42.
Let's change the topic. The topic is with the United and Leeds. Let's stick to that again.
No, that conversation's over. We're going to win that game.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Mate, I'm telling you. When it comes to those goals tallies, mate, I thieved on friggin' Ronaldo, man. Oh, so I always looked up that kind of stuff all the time. Yeah. Anyways, what are we going? We're 53 minutes. We're just gibbering now. So, anyways, we'll call it there. United, give us your prediction. Score. Oh, fucking hell. Give me your score predictions for the Leeds game. What do you think?
I think it's 2-1 United. 2 assists from Bruno and 3 more to break Thierry Henry's record. Come on.
What do you reckon? Where you going, Elliot?
3-1.
He's still writing to prove me wrong.
No, 3-1. No, I can see it. It's on United. It's on United's website. I can see it here.
Yeah.
3-1.
3-1. I'm 3-1 as well. I think United will win it comfortably. I just want them to come out. I just want them to come out flying.
I think Casemiro scores another. I think Casemiro scores another header tomorrow. I've got Casemiro for a header, and I think Bruno bags a penalty
penalty. I'd love to see it. What do we got? Jordan's got 2-0 United, Bruno and Mbeumo.
But the big thing for me, I'd love to see Bruno get that assist tally, as you know, moving in the direction of Thierry Henry's. That's like after the season we've had, if we can finish the season with Bruno being the highest assist in a Premier League season by a player, that would just solidify the fact that he should probably win the Player of the Year award.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bruno
no one else comes
Fernandes.
close. No one else comes close to him. I think Haaland's not even played that much. He's so hit and miss with his form. Declan Rice, I mean, is he even in the question now that Arsenal are about to, gas it? Gaslight the league and not win it. I think I actually think that Brazilian for Brentford's had a pretty phenomenal season, to be honest, as well, considering the firepower that they lost in the off season. And he's pretty much just picked them up and carried them. How many goals is he at now? He's at 20 something, isn't he, Thiago? He scored 2 over the weekend.
Yeah.
It'd
be interesting
in my EPL team.
Finish on this one. Doesn't matter about the result now. It's getting Adam rattled is the best. Fuck off, Dean. Go lock up the school. All right, boys. That'll do us. Finally getting back to watching United play. We can go to sleep, wake up early morning, and then head off to
your
work.
alarm.
So, set your alarm.
Set your alarm.
Yeah, 4:30 in the morning it'll be on. So, all right, boys. I'll talk to you later.
Right.
See you later. Check
See you later, guys. Cheers.
Cantona. Gary Neville looking for his first goal for Manchester United, and what a time to get it!